Imagine this. You're sitting at a red light in 2025. On your left, a classic gas Ninja 650, revving loud enough to rattle windows, but sounding hungry and ready for anything. On your right, the brand new Ninja 7 Hybrid, completely silent, as if it's waiting to strike with instant electric torque. The light turns green, and both bikes rocket off the line. Which one do you want under you? And more importantly, which one actually wins when you look at torque, range, cost, and the future of motorcycling? Welcome to Hybrid vs. Gas Motorcycles 2025. Torque, range, cost, showdown. Buckle up, we're going to separate hype from highway reality and give you the exact pros, cons, and wish I knew this before details so you can pick the right bike for the way you actually ride. Gas bikes love revs. Hybrids love torque. Gas engines like the Ninja 650 and MT-07 make their power higher in the rev range. You twist the throttle, climb through gears, and the horsepower builds. It's dramatic, it's noisy, and it feeds your ego like a double-shot espresso. That mid-range surge around 5 to 8K RPM, that's the sweet spot gas riders live for. Hybrids flip that script. The Ninja 7 Hybrid has about 70 combined horsepower. But the party trick is the electric assist. From 0 miles per hour, the motor fills in instantly. No waiting for revs, no clutch feathering, just shove. With e-boost, it's like your bike drank pre-workout. You get the kind of off-the-line pop that makes city gaps easy and stoplights entertaining. But physics is still physics. Once you're rolling, weight starts to matter. Hybrids carry extra mass, and above neighborhood speeds, the gas 650 pulls more cleanly. Roll-on passes from 50 to 80 miles per hour, the Ninja 650's steady mid-range and lower weight feel more confident. On a longer straight or a highway merge, the gas bike stretches its legs while the hybrid's electric advantage fades. Think of it like this. Hybrid torque is a slingshot. Gas mid-range is a trebuchet. One snaps you forward right now, the other hurls you farther once you're moving. Gas still wears the long-haul crown. A Ninja 650 often delivers roughly 48 to 55 miles per gallon with a 200-plus mile tank if you're not riding like you stole it. Smaller twins and entry-level bikes, Ninja 500, MT-03, can stretch even further. That means fewer gas stops, fewer range calculations, and less "where's the next station" stress on back roads. The hybrid, Kawasaki quotes roughly 52 to 62 miles per gallon depending on mode and conditions. That's impressive given the weight, and the EV-only trick of 7 to 12 miles is genuinely useful. Quietly leave the neighborhood at 6 a.m., creep around a parking garage, or do slow-speed errands without firing the engine. That's real everyday utility. But let's be honest about touring. EV-only miles are a party trick for urban life, not a substitute for a 250-mile Sunday loop. On road trips, you'll still be filling up like any gas bike. The hybrid net effect is slightly better miles per gallon in certain use cases, not a total game changer for long distance. So, daily commuting with stealth mode, hybrid wins on civility and flexibility. Multi-state touring or big canyon days, gas wins on simplicity and stamina. Here's where wallets cry. The Ninja 7 Hybrid lands around $12,500, about 4 to 7K more than its gas siblings, depending on the model you're cross-shopping. That spread is a lot of tires, a lot of gas, and a healthy pile of mods. What are you paying for? Early adopter tech, instant torque, unique features, EV mode, e-boost, walk, reverse, and a future-proof feel. You're buying first mover cool. What are you giving up? Price to fun ratio. A gas Ninja 650 or MT-07 punches way above its cost in miles per dollar. Insurance can be cheaper. Resale is well understood. And you've got a massive aftermarket where parts are cheap, plentiful, and proven. Resale on the hybrid? It's a question mark. Car hybrids tend to hold value well, but the motorcycle market is smaller and pickier. Early adopters always pay to play. If you love being out front, that's a feature, not a bug. If you want a safe bet, gas still writes the book on predictable ownership costs. Quick question for you. Would you actually pay $4,000 more just for hybrid torque in an EV mode you'll only use for a couple of errands? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm curious if riders think this is worth it, or if it's just Kawasaki flexing futuristic tech. Hybrids have two systems to care for: a gas engine and an electric motor/battery/inverter stack. More components means more potential diagnostics, and not every local shop will be hybrid savvy on day one. Gas bikes, chain, oil, filters, valves, brake fluid. It's the same recipe mechanics have cooked for decades. Parts are everywhere. YouTube is overflowing with how-to videos. Your buddy's garage suddenly qualifies as a service bay. Now, Kawasaki isn't sloppy. The hybrid self-charges like a Prius, so you're not hunting for plugs. The design targets commuter reliability, and the hybrid battery shouldn't be baby fragile. It's built for repetition. Stop-start, small assist bursts, regen. Things to consider: diagnostics. Expect more dealer trips early on if odd warning lights appear. Battery age. Long-term degradation is unknown for this bike. It should be slow, but the timeline is still TBD. DIY, spark plugs, fluids, easy. High voltage stuff? That's a no thanks, Brandon, for most of us. Also, yes, explaining walk mode to your old school mechanic is a rite of passage. It goes forward and backward, Larry. Son, so does my lawn tractor. Gas motorcycles are visceral. The sound, the vibration, the faint fuel smell at a light, they remind you you're piloting a machine that wants to move. That sensory experience is why many riders started in the first place. Hybrids feel clever. EV mode is stealth, perfect for 2 a.m. arrivals, early morning departures, or slipping through a quiet neighborhood without being that neighbor. Walk mode lets you shuffle into a tight parking spot without herniating a disc. And reverse exists, which is worth its weight in gold on inclines or when you've parked a little too ambitiously. Hybrids also often use an automated or electronically assisted shifting strategy that's smooth at low speeds and can make city riding effortless. In traffic, that light-to-light rhythm feels composed, almost scooter easy, but with real motorcycle presence. But if you live for engine character, intake howl, exhaust bark, and the rhythm of manual upshifts, the Gas 650 still tickles your brain in a way electrons can't. Yet. On twisty roads, less weight and a familiar throttle feel make the gas bike more playful. Think hybrid equals ninja in slippers. Think gas equals ninja in track boots. So here's a fun one. Which would you rather have in a canyon? The raw hybrid scream of a gas engine echoing through the rocks, or the instant torque of a hybrid zipping out of corners? Smash that like button if you know which side you're on. Gas middleweights like the Ninja 650, MT-07, and SV650 are certified cockroaches in the best way. They survive neglect, beginner mistakes, and years of commuting. Every shop knows them. Parts ship in days. Forums already solved your problem in 2017. Hybrids? This is the first production hybrid sport bike. That's exciting, but it also means we're all beta testers for the long haul. Will it be great? Probably. Kawasaki has a reputation for durable hardware, but 5 and 10-year ownership arcs, the story's not written yet. If your risk tolerance is low and you want bulletproof predictability, gas wins. If you like being early and you're comfortable with a touch of unknown, you'll love telling people, yep, this one's a hybrid. Kawasaki clearly sees hybrids as a bridge between gas and full EV, especially for urban and commuter segments. The Ninja 7 Hybrid is a test balloon to see how riders actually use EV-only features, how much they value e-boost, and whether the market wants smarter motorcycles, not just faster ones. Where does it go from here? Expect hybrids to cluster around city and mid-weight do-everything bikes first. Touring rigs and track weapons will likely stay gas until batteries get lighter and packs deliver big range without big mass. But if hybrids prove reliable and affordable by Gen 2 or Gen 3, they'll carve out a strong lane for riders who want low-drama commuting with real bike feel. Translation: we might not all go hybrid, but your next commuter might. Let me throw this at you. Are hybrids just a gimmick to get headlines, or are we looking at the start of a revolution? Stick around because we're about to put the Ninja 7 Hybrid head-to-head with the gas Ninja 650 on real specs. Let's go category by category and translate numbers into feel. First, the weight of the bikes. Ninja 7 Hybrid, around 503 pounds. Ninja 650, around 423 pounds. What it feels like: the hybrid's 80-pound penalty shows up at parking lot speeds, U-turns, and quick direction changes. Once rolling, the extra mass smooths bumps but slows transitions. On long rides, the added stability can feel planted. In tight S-bends, the 650 feels snappier. Power and delivery. Hybrid, 70 horsepower combined. Instant assist plus e-boost. Ninja 650, 67 horsepower peak. Linear gas surge. Feel: 0 to 30 miles per hour. The hybrid jumps. It's fantastic for city gaps and short on-ramps. Past 70 miles per hour, the gas 650 breathes better and holds speeds with less effort. Miles per gallon. Hybrid: 52 to 62 miles per gallon depending on mode or usage. Ninja 650, 48 to 55 miles per gallon typical. Feel: real-world difference is modest unless you use EV only a lot in town. If you're mostly highway, expect similar fuel stops. Range: hybrid, around 150 to 220 miles per tank, plus 7 to 12 EV only. 650, 200 to 240 miles per tank. Feel: the 650 stretches a road day better. The hybrid's EV-only miles are great for quiet zones and short hops, not for skipping gas stations. Price: hybrid, $12,500. 650, $7,900, varies by dealer and fees. Feel: that's $4.5K plus for features versus a fat mod budget. On the 650, that money buys suspension work, tires, luggage, gear, and a long weekend trip. Features: hybrid, EV mode, e-boost, walk, reverse. Automated assist feel in traffic. 650, tradition, simplicity, massive aftermarket. Feel: the hybrid feels futuristic and easy in the city. The 650 feels timeless and eager everywhere. Heat and noise. Hybrid, quieter in neighborhoods, less heat in EV mode. 650, classic engine note, some heat around town on hot days. Feel: if you commute in traffic, hybrid civility is a win. If you enjoy the soundtrack, the 650 makes you smile. Braking and regen. Hybrid, light regen sensation off throttle in certain modes, can smooth stop and go. 650, standard engine braking feel. Pro tip: try before you buy. Some riders love the hybrid's cruising smoothness. Others prefer the familiar gas D-cell feel. Ergonomics and luggage. Both middleweight upright sport ergonomics. Feel: if you plan soft luggage or a tail bag, weight matters when fully loaded. The 650 will feel a bit easier to horse around at gas stops and motel parking lots. Insurance and aftermarket. Owner reality. Hybrid, insurance quotes may vary. Aftermarket will grow, but slowly at first. 650, known quantities, parts galore. DIY heaven. Feel: if you mod, wrench, and tinker, gas is the path of least resistance. If you ride and forget, hybrid convenience is appealing. So here's the verdict. Hybrids like the Ninja 7 are fun, futuristic, and a glimpse of what's coming. Instant torque, stealth mode, and clever rider aids make city life genuinely better. But right now, gas still rules the open road for cost, weight, and a proven track record, especially if you love the soundtrack and plan to rack up big miles. If you're an early adopter who values tech and daily convenience, the hybrid is your move. If you want the best bang for your buck with a huge community and endless mods, the Gas Ninja 650 or MT-07 still wears the middleweight crown. But honestly, ride whatever makes you feel alive. So that's it for the comparison. But what about after the ride? Because the real money trap isn't gas or hybrid. It's the insurance fine print after a crash. If you haven't seen it yet, watch my last video, Insurance Traps Riders Fall For After a Crash, and how to beat them. It could save you thousands the next time life throws you off the bike. Hit that like button, subscribe for more motorcycle deep dives, and tell me in the comments, are you team gas, team hybrid, or holding out for full electric? This is Motorcycle Vault. Ride smart, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.